Here to weigh in is Mike Davis, founder and president of the Article 3 Project, former Gorsuch law clerk. Mike, you and I live for these moments. Tomorrow, we could hear word of a retirement. Maybe not. But the president has to be ready. And first, your thought about whether Alito actually will retire tomorrow.
Well, I hope he doesn't, because Justice Alito is irreplaceable, and he's been rock solid on the Supreme Court. Really, I want 9 Alitos on the Supreme Court, so I hope that he does not retire. But if he does decide to retire, the president, the vice president, Susie Wiles, David Warrington, the White House counsel, Todd Blanche, the acting attorney general, we have a good team in place to come up with another nominee and get that nominee confirmed. So there's no shortage of good picks. President Trump.
We hear that a lot, and yet conservatives are very anxious because a lot of folks believe that groups like the Federalist Society, which have done amazing things on law school campuses, has at times recommended individuals who may not be the real originalists that the president had wanted. And so in this case, who is on the short list, perhaps, again, this is speculation, for the Supreme Court?
Well, I would say that I don't know who's on President Trump's short list, other than I know who I like. I know that we need bold and fearless judges on the Supreme Court who are going to follow the law. They're going to follow
names.
I would say that Solicitor General John Sauer would be phenomenal. I love Judge Eileen Cannon down in Florida. I like Judge Andy Oldham. I like Emil Bovee, who just got put on the Third Circuit.
Now, I want to stop on him. I want to stop on Emil, because he was confirmed by a vote of 50 to 49 by the skin of his teeth, and he's fabulous. That was last July. So he was a law clerk. Did he clerk for Gorsuch? I believe he clerked for Gorsuch, correct?
He did not clerk for Gorsuch, but Emil Bovee he's a savage for the Constitution. He is bold and fearless. He's going to follow the law, and he does not care at all what the elite think about him, and that's what makes him an ideal candidate for the Supreme Court.
And there's also Amal Thapur, others who are on this list, but Mike, we have a problem of votes, do we not? Because we have Murkowski, Collins, Tillis, Cassidy, and, some of those individuals aren't all that fond at many points of President Trump, correct? So that's why an Alito retirement, which we hope does not occur, is difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it would be more difficult, but I would say this, that at the end of the day, I worked in the Senate. I helped confirm judges. At the end of the day, these senators are going to look at a presidential pick, and they're going to look at someone who's qualified, and if that person's qualified, they're going to get confirmed.
Mike, it's always fun to speculate with you. We will see what happens tomorrow. Thank you very much.